Victor Olesen, star of Xtreme Heights in St. Christopher, back-to-back winner of the Elite Boys section here at the UCS Spirit National Pole Vault Summit. We're back at the Reno-Sparks Livestock Events Center. Just in terms of how you're setting up the last part of 2025 and early 2026, how did all the experiences, indoor, outdoor, in the summer last year, kind of frame how you and coach and support system and family wanted to kind of attack the early part of this year?
Yeah, I mean, the goal is always to PR, right? I mean, we've been doing that for years. The mindset never changes. And if you can't PR, you want something to build on. So today I didn't have the greatest height, but I went up 2 poles. I had a great run, great technique. I'm happy where we are, and it's definitely something we can build on.
I was hoping that a rated champion could get a little bit more bar love than you got on the second and third attempts there at 17.7, man. I mean, there was so much good to take away from those. I mean, I know you were not in the moral victories for all that you've achieved in your career at U20s and Nike and New Balance and and here and whatnot, but did you feel good about 95%, 99% of what you did on those attempts at 17.7?
100% of what I did.
Okay.
I mean, other than the top end, I could hollow out, be a little better on the bar work, but everything I've been working on for the past couple of weeks, it's come to fruition here, and so now we'll move on to hollowing the chest and hopefully getting some better bar love.
Most definitely. In terms of the things that we don't always get to see, right? In terms of grip, in terms of speed on the runway, like all the technical things that maybe only the most trained eyes get to appreciate. How do you feel about just where things are at and the evolution and the development and the progression of your career and your vaulting now versus when you were here last year, Victor?
It's always going up. I think last year I had a higher height, but if I compared the 2 jumps, I'd take the jumps I did today any day of the week. I mean, we get some better bar luck, move the standards in perhaps.
Right.
We're good, but the technique was better. We were on way bigger poles. Sometimes the heights don't come, but you're still happy because you made progress.
Yeah.
And, that just means the bigger bars will come soon.
And all the foundational pieces are there that's going to, by the time, that you're heading back east and, either closer to home and in the weeks ahead, and certainly obviously in the Northeast in March. Like, how do you kind of attack each day as the building blocks to ultimately attack the championships like you did so well last year?
Each day is a little different. I think part of our philosophy is we train through some of the smaller meets, maybe the high school track ones. We might do a full jump session on Thursday, compete on Saturday, but that's just keeping the end in mind. When we're well rested for meets like Reno and Milrose Games and Nationals, we come out here and we do our best.
In terms of environment, like we talked a little bit last year, I mean, was there any discussion at all, because you are certainly worthy of having you possibly as part of that group on Friday night? I mean, is that something that has ever been approached, or would you entertain? Because I mean, obviously, your career thus far, would merit you being in that group, or I mean, are you perfectly content being here and just continuing to be the best among your peers on a Saturday?
Yeah, so the option did come up. A couple of the high schoolers were invited to compete on Pit 3 on Friday night. But
I'm talking about you on Pit 1, my man. I mean,
well, we would compete with the like the professionals,
right,
and stuff. But in the end, Pit 1's faster, right? We prepared for a Saturday meet. We arrived planning for a Saturday meet, so we just kind of stuck with that.
Right.
It would have been nice to have the great competition on Pit 3, maybe lose.
Right.
You can always take away something from that. But again, I think we made the right choice. Just going faster runway, more space, better time. It worked out.
As an athlete that's been on all of the most elite runways, in the United States, and you will be on the most elite runways, I have no doubt, internationally, as your career continues to evolve. For people that may not understand, like, for you to be on the same runway again, just like you like last year, that the pros were on, like, just how special is it for you to be able to attack this kind of runway?
I mean, it's great. It's raised. It's indoor. I normally compete on a slab of rubber that thick on some concrete. So it's nice getting a little more energy into your step. You know, this runway's fantastic. It's up there at the Armory.
Yeah.
So yeah, just any bit of speed helps.
Awesome, man. Well, you got that along with the power, the technique, and I really appreciate you saying, like, even if it was 17.6 last year and 17.3 today, you would take all of the ones today, you know, in comparison to last year, which shows that things are progressing toward many 18-foot clearances this year for a man that already knows what that rarefied air looks like. The great Victor Olesen, again, Xtreme Heights, and St. Christopher's from Virginia, back-to-back victories here at the UCS Spirit National Pole Vault Summit. Well done, man.
Thank you.